And today, if you're going to the California State Fair, want to protect yourself from the sun and the heat. Going to be toasty. ABC 10's Candace Red live at Cal Expo with tips on how to beat the heat. You've been in the cool zone a couple of times just to get the feel of it, and now you're over to the food spot.
Well, you know I had to do it. You know I love to eat me some food here at the fair, but here's the deal. Every time I come to the fair, you want to find out ways to beat the heat. This is one of them. Enjoying some great food, such as ice cream, perhaps, and why not go ahead and throw in a good sweet churro. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And then on top of that, this is a shaded area too. Taking a look up, you can see that it protects you from the sun. And then of course they have the fans with the misters. The misters, they're not going right now, or the fans, but of course, once the fair opens, you'll see all of that in action. So as you can see for yourself, there are plenty of ways to stay cool at the fair. Now, earlier in the show, we showed you the cool zones, okay? So there are 6 cool zones in total. They come with large tents and mega fans. I don't know if you saw it earlier, but those fans are huge. Again, not to forget about the cooling misters. You can also enjoy AC. Okay, so that's a plus, because last year, not all of the buildings had AC here at the State Fair, but this time around, there are 13 buildings with AC throughout the fairground. So again, that's actually all of the buildings that now have new AC. There are also plenty of tall trees for shade. And then as I already showed you, you can find other shaded areas near the exhibits, rides, and of course, the food stands. That's exactly where you will find me. The California State Fair is changing its operating hours due in part to the summer heat. The fair is also providing more free, did I mention free, activities for the kids that's going to be indoors with AC instead of outside in the heat.
Our fair opens this Friday, July 11th. Our last day is the 27th. Our operating hours are different. So Monday through Thursday, our fair will open at 4 p.m. On Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, our fair will open at 10 a.m. in the morning. Our fair has been deemed more of a nighttime fair. So when the nighttime comes, people are having a great time. They're here having a good time until the good time comes to an end and they're ready to go to bed.
We built more free programming for kids. And to the moms out there, I moved a lot of that programming indoors. I know, it's July and it gets warm. And I hear the mothers, the families, they needed things to do that didn't require them to pay for giving kids rides, stuff like that. So we moved a lot of this programming indoors, and we did it during the hottest parts of the day.
Gotta love the California State Fair. As you can see, the fair is doing its part to help people stay cool, but here's the deal. You still need to do yours, okay? So health experts say that it's important to protect yourself from the sun by simply wearing sunscreen. You should also consider wearing light and loose clothes, sunglasses, and drink plenty of water. By the way, you can also bring your own cooler or ice chest to the fair. It's also one of those great options for families carrying lots of water bottles, right? Just know that the cooler must be attached to a wagon, and just like a purse or a bag, it will be searched for safety reasons at the security gate before entering the fairgrounds. All right. If you can't tell, I'm out of breath, okay? The fairgrounds, it's huge. So just be sure to get ready for a lot of walking. Right now you're getting a live look here at some great fresh lemonade. They have the aguas frescas going on. Another great option to cool down. Again, this is a shaded area where you can enjoy your food, your drinks. There's even a stage for live entertainment that also includes plenty of fans. Then you have the fans on top. Again, that will be going for you and also blowing those misters. So again, if you're coming to the State Fair, you have all of these different ways to cool down, beat the heat. For now, live at Cal Expo right here in Sacramento. Candace Red, ABC 10.
All right, Candace, thank you. The State Fair people have listened through the years, and they provided more shade and more cool zones, and
yeah,
Candace has found them in some good light drinks too. Okay, Candace, thank you. Well, if you've been watching all morning long, we've been celebrating the California State Fair, which begins today. And you can't forget about the food. It's like the one time of the year you just go and you're like, I'm gonna go for it. This is my cheat day. ABC 10's Marquez Allen live at Cal Expo. Is this your cheat day today?
Every freaking day is my cheat day, Walt, especially today. We got what we call an active scene. Hector, bring the goods. Check it out. There it is. This is an award-winning cinnamon roll. Let me tell you about these cinnamon rolls. They are the gold medal winner, the most award-winning sweet treat of a state fair in California history. Willie, congratulations. First of all, how long have you been doing this?
48 years we've been at the fair, family-owned and operated mom and pop. Mobile cinnamon roll
You
maker.
married into it, but you are the guy now, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's talk about this treat, what I hold in my hand right here. What is this?
This is a cinnamon roll tres leches. It's a traditional country fair cinnamon roll with the sweet cream cheese frosting that we've been using for the last 30 years. We've, however, infused it with the tres leches, sweetened condensed milk, evaporated milk, and whipping cream, and half and half. So that gets infused into the frosting, and now instead of the frosting setting right on top of the cinnamon roll, it soaks all the way down to the bottom of the roll. There's no dry spots. It's moist. It's delicious. It's bathing in tres leches goodness.
You had me at moist. All right, you want to have a showdown? Let's have a showdown. As teased before the commercial break, Candace, have you ever competitively eaten?
Absolutely not, except for by myself when I'm watching ABC 10.
Okay, all right, here we go. It's going to be the first of the finish. He's divided one in half. By the way, young man, introduce yourself.
My name is Winston Harris, cameraman.
The latest addition to the ABC 10 crew. What are the rules?
First to finish wins.
I'm gonna
Okay,
win.
all right.
Are we gonna start now?
And
Who's doing the countdown?
he's got some musical accompaniment. Tell us when to go.
Need my mic. Hey,
One,
enjoy this.
2, 3, go.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait, that's one.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Marcus Allen never loses these things. Candace is trying to enjoy this. Mark is just slamming it now. This is not his first rodeo. Very impressive. Yeah. I guess we could say that was impressive, right? For lack of a better word or term. Yeah. Yes.
How delicious is this?
Wait, I'm still chewing.
Oh, no, it's rude. I'm
Yeah.
sorry to ask. I'm like a bad waiter trying to get you to talk with your mouth full.
How did
Candace,
you do that?
nice work.
How did you do that? It's so good.
I took the moist and made it just a little bit more moist.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Award-winning cinnamon rolls
yes.
just east of the concert pavilion. You are going to find them. Candace, you are a trooper. You are awesome.
Yes, she is.
So good.
So good.
Yep.
So
So
doing
good.
So good.
Yeah. That's it. The champion
you,
right
Walt.
there. Congratulations to you both, I guess, if I could say that. Candace is just trying to enjoy it. I mean, and you're like
Hey, in a
slamming
minute,
it down like
coming
it's
up
money.
in the 7, I'm going to puke all of this.
Oh man. Okay. That's a tease. Okay, Marcus Allen, the winner versus Candace Red, who's never competitively eaten before unless she's watching ABC 10. All right, thank you. Had to note that.
Happening now, Cal Expo is buzzing with the start of the California State Fair.
Gates for this year's 2-week run opened at 10 this morning, and we're in the thick of all the action. We sent our newest member of the ABC 10 team, Austin Castro, to check things out for us.
And Austin, looks like you had a good idea. Talk with us about how folks are beating the heat out there today.
There are 7 Kaiser Permanente cool zones located through.
Hey, Chris and Laura. Yeah, I mean, the best way to beat the heat, in my opinion, is to hop on the monorail here. You get out in the sun, you get to take a seat, and you get to see the fair from up above. Of course, today marked the first day of the 2025 California State Fair, and despite the warmer weather, it's not stopping people from checking everything the fair has to offer, such as the rides, the food, and the new exhibits. The 2025 California State Fair is officially open, and with it, some high temperatures. We saw many attendees taking to the carnival's water ride to cool off.
The log ride is really cooling. It really cooled us down. It's not completely drenched, but enough to cool you down.
Those looking to escape the heat, spending time indoors checking out some of the new exhibits. That includes Popnology, showcasing how pop culture has influenced modern technology, complete with a futuristic centerpiece.
The DeLorean has always been a great attention getter. Doing the work on it, we purchased the DeLorean, did the internal work and the components in there.
The fair also reminding attendees to stay hydrated and regularly reapply sunscreen. 7 cooling stations are positioned throughout the fairgrounds. For those like Tina and Ken Grant, they look at the heat as an opportunity to beat the crowds.
It's not too hot yet, but it's nice. It's comfortable walking around right now, especially when they have the cool zones and places to sit down, and the crowd is kind of light right now, so perfect time to come.
Okay, that was our Austin Castro reporting from the State Fair. I have to tell you, he had a good idea to get on that train, right, Monica? Because you're dealing with the extreme heat out there today.
Yeah, and I suspect he's going to be on that rafting ride soon, the one that plunges with all the water to stay cool. He did a great job.
I know. I want that heat threshold of that one guy who was saying it's not too bad out here right now.
Right. He must have a high threshold, I think.
It is a toasty Friday for us as we take a look at the State Fair forecast. Heading into the first weekend of the State Fair, temperatures actually come down ever so slightly Saturday and Sunday. Highs will be in the mid to upper 90s. Now, that won't be region-wide, but we are going to see just a slight onshore flow, and that's going to help to alleviate some of the heat that we've been dealing with. Still have 2 weather impact alerts in place. Heat and poor air quality contributing to this. So for Saturday, it's going to continue throughout the entire valley. Sacramento region still under the spare the air day. For the North Valley, we still have that heat advisory in place. Now, heading into our Monday forecast, so for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, the entire North Valley is still going to have that heat advisory. It's now been extended through Monday. Highs will be around 110. Lows will be from 70 to 80 degrees, so there's not a whole lot of relief in those overnight lows. Here you can see the area that we're talking about all the way through the North Valley of the Sacramento Valley through Monday. It's extended again from Sunday into Monday with those lows only falling to about 70 to 80 degrees. High risk of heat illnesses with those types of conditions. Highs for today, it did match our 4th day of the year that we now have had 100+ degree temperatures. Cool along the coast, highs in the 60s, 90s for the foothills, and close to 90 up top for the Sierra. Average number of days in the 116. 4 is where we have our number for this year. Quite a difference from last year when we were in the throes of a long stretch of 100+ degree temperatures. Now, the smoke thick enough in Modesto to actually look at partly cloudy skies, but we've got temperatures hovering in the 100s right now. Stockton, the hot spot right now, 104. Tahoe, 83 degrees. That sunset not until 8:31. Have the A's taking on the Blue Jays. This is going to be a series that is going to start off with very hot conditions. 97 for that first pitch at 7:05. Will only cool those temperatures into the 80s by tonight. As far as our smoke forecast, we pick up just a little trickle of an onshore flow. So what you're going to see is some of that smoke right along that I-80 line and near the Delta. Just scale back a little bit into our Saturday forecast. We're still under that ridge of high pressure and sinking warming air. It's just Saturday's the day we have the slightest bit of a breeze, knocking down the widespread 100s. But at least we have a little bit of a breeze. By the time we get to Tuesday, we're going to have more cooling take place across the entire region. It's just tomorrow's kind of speckled where we see some of the relief. Highs are going to be in the 90s for parts of the Tahoe Basin, 90s and 100s throughout the foothills. Across the coast, we've got highs in the 60s. We get a touch of that cooler breeze coming in, especially for Delta breeze and enhanced areas. That will include Sacramento, Elk Grove, and Davis. Elsewhere, we're going to be in the 100s. So again, it's just going to be focused on the Delta areas that will have that breeze coming in. Highs will still stay near 90 for the Tahoe Basin, 80s next week. For the foothills, we're in the 90s. For the Bay Area, we're going to keep it in the 60s. That is certainly the best place to seek that relief. Spare the air day for our Saturday forecast in the capital region. And then we still see some warm conditions into early next week. Highs will be in the mid to upper 90s. It's not until the middle of next week that we actually cool our temperatures into the 80s.
Happening now, as we mentioned, Cal Expo is buzzing with the start of the California State Fair.
Gates for this year's 2-week run opened at 10 this morning. So, of course, we sent our newest member of the ABC 10 team, Austin Castro, to check things out for us.
I see you've got a new spot now that you're enjoying out at the fair, Austin. You know, the big question is, what's the best way to beat the heat out there?
Well, Chris and Laura, the best way that people tell me to beat the heat is right over there. It's the whitewater log flume ride. You get a big splash of water over you, which you're going to need on a day like this. Of course, it is the first day of the California State Fair, and with it, we're also seeing some triple-digit temperatures. However, despite the heat, that's still not keeping people from enjoying everything the fair has to offer. The 2025 California State Fair is officially open, and with it, some high temperatures. We saw many attendees taking to the carnival's water ride to cool off.
The log ride is really cooling. It really cooled us down. It's not completely drenched, but enough to cool you down.
Those looking to escape the heat, spending time indoors checking out some of the new exhibits. That includes Popnology, showcasing how pop culture has influenced modern technology, complete with a futuristic centerpiece.
The DeLorean has always been a great attention getter. Doing the work on it, we purchased the DeLorean, did the internal work and the components in there.
The fair also reminding attendees to stay hydrated and regularly reapply sunscreen. 7 cooling stations are positioned throughout the fairgrounds. For those like Tina and Ken Grant, they look at the heat as an opportunity to beat the crowds.
It's not too hot yet, but it's nice. It's comfortable walking around right now, especially when they have the cool zones and places to sit down. And the crowd is kind of light right now, so perfect time to come.
Back out here live, I think I got to hit that water ride after the Ferris wheel. Now, important to note for tonight, 2 big names performing. We got Shaq performing as DJ Diesel a little later tonight, as well as Ludacris. Of course, you can find all of the info and details on the fair over on our website. That's abc10.com. Reporting in Sacramento, Austin Castro, ABC 10 News.
Well, Austin, welcome to the team, and we thank you for giving us all the tips and places to check out to try and beat the heat out there.
Yeah, he barely is breaking a sweat. He's a pro.
So true. Austin, thank you. For the latest on the heat, including extended forecast and ways to stay safe, check out the ABC 10 Plus TV streaming app. It's free to download on your TV.